I got a ridiculously cheap flight to fly into the US Virgin Island of St. Thomas. I spent my first full day in the US Virgin Islands taking the ferry from St. Thomas to St. John for one of the most epic and unexpected adventures of my life. Good morning, nomads. This morning I'm walking about 25 minutes, hiking about 25 minutes to the ferry at Red Hook here on St. Thomas, and I'm going to take the ferry over to St. John, and hopefully I'm going to take a really awesome hike and see some petroglyphs. So fingers crossed everything works out. I was most excited for the Reef Bay hiking trail that passes by many ruins and ancient petroglyphs on the way to the beautiful bay. I wanted to go on the hike, even despite the fact that it required hiking down and back a 900-foot mountain, the fact that there was rain in the forecast, and the fact that I didn't have a good plan on how to get a ride back to the ferry after the hike. So I made it to the trailhead. The taxi dropped me off. I asked for a phone number for the way back, and he's like, "You're on your own. There's no service. I told you you're on your own." I'm like, okay. But I'm gonna leave the whole day, so eventually I'll be able to get back, I think, as long as I give myself plenty of time. And I'm excited. It looks good. I made it here. I'm gonna make the best of it and not worry too much. Well, I'm off to a good start. Someone left a walking stick next to the first sign, so at least I don't have to worry about that situation. I wasn't able to bring my hiking poles because they're too big to put in a carry-on bag. Oh, so far I'm liking it. There's a sign as I start out saying that this tree, what is it called? Bay rum tree is used, the leaves used to be used to make a cologne that smells sort of like cinnamon until the 1940s. I'm gonna smell the tree. I can't smell the leaves. The tree itself doesn't smell like anything, and the leaves are way too high to get to, but so cool. Enjoying it so far. It's so tropical here, makes me think of Hawaii and Jurassic Park. Na, 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 na. Catching just a little bit of rain, so I'm glad I brought my umbrella, which I don't think is a standard hiking tool, but it works. But check out this cool silk cotton tree with these crazy walled roots. If you just had a little curtain, you could just like wall off the fourth wall and make a little shelter here. So neat. So I've come up upon some ruins of a building, and so far no sign. You'd think there'd be a sign for this. I will find out what it is and tell you later, but for now I'm just gonna film it. So cool. It's either a sugar plantation or a sugar factory. I think it's a sugar plantation from what I remember reading. I think I'm getting near the bottom, but there's still this beautiful view of the ocean from here, which is amazing. I'm assuming that's Reef Bay, since this is the Reef Bay Trail, but I don't know. So this actually has a clear sign. This is the workers' village, or at least what remains of it, for the people who worked on the sugar plantation, which I passed up the hill. I can't imagine people living in this forest. It seems so remote. So the main driving reason I came all the way to this hike without a way to get back is because I really wanted to see this. These are pre-Columbian petroglyphs of the Taino people. The Taino people are the native peoples of the Caribbean, and I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen cave drawings. I've never seen petroglyphs before, and the first time I heard about petroglyphs, I got super excited. I'm like, that's something I want to do in my lifetime, and let me tell you, it's freaking awesome. It's so cool. There's so many more than I expected, different little heads and faces and designs. The only downside to being here is that there's a dead deer over here that you can kind of smell when the wind changes. It's not that bad, but some people who are coming and going here really hate it. So there's petroglyphs in two areas. There's some right here on this rock. They're a little hard to see, and then the really vivid ones are the ones right on the water line. Apparently this area is a little magical because this water line, this level, doesn't seem to rise or fall no matter how much rain or how little rain they get. It just sort of stays right there. So I'm debating whether or not to sit here with this beautiful scene and have my breakfast, which is just an RX bar, because of that smell of the dead deer is not appetizing, but this view is so beautiful. So I decided to stop and have my breakfast right where the petroglyph trail meets the main trail. It's quite a bit more hiking to get to the water, which I've decided not to do because the only thing to see there is the water, of course, which I'm sure is beautiful. And there's also an old sugar mill, which would be interesting, but I still have quite a hike to get back up, and it's hot. So I'm gonna have my breakfast and then take my time getting back. I decided to continue towards the water because the trail's super flat now, and even though it's another 0.8 miles to get there, if it's all flat, it won't be so bad. And plus, when am I ever coming back here? I doubt ever. And on the way I saw some deer. I didn't get that close, but still super cool. I made it all the way to the ruins of this sugar mill, which wasn't that much further or harder. I'm glad I did it. And it's really cool. And it's much bigger than any of the other buildings we've seen so far. Okay, this was definitely worth the extra trek because this building is so crazy. It's so big. I'm in the sugar boiling and curing room. They had a rum thing over there. There's just so many rooms and you can walk through it. It's very archaeological in a way that I did not expect. I left my stick at the entrance. I hope no one steals it, because I'm gonna need it. Heading back up at this beautiful spot. I was gonna stop at the sugar plantation, but I needed a water break now. I can feel that my face is super red, but it's 11:36, that nice couple just told me, and I'm trying to get back by 12:30 because that family I met said they'd give me a ride, so it would be nice if I could catch them, although they were much further ahead of me last time I saw them. I'm sure I'll find something though. I'm not going to count on them, but there's no reason not to, you know, get up there. I was incredibly lucky to not only have found people willing to give me a ride back to the ferry, but also willing to invite me to enjoy lunch with them. Meet my new friends. Now it's Stephanie, Jim, Dave, Lisa, and Kim. They give me a ride.
Favorite waitress.
Hi! It's so nice to have friends.
You put the lime in the coconut, you mix it both up. You put the lime in the coconut, and then you feel better. Put the lime. You guys are gonna join in?
Join the coconut. We were enjoying the show. All right.
So, this is a conch fritter. I've never had a conch before.
That's a really cool idea though, Dave.
I feel really good.
It's filled with things other than conch.
Okay.
It's very good, very hot, spicy. I expected it to be kind of like a clam. It is kind of like,
It's more like a
clam.
No, good. But you definitely have the french fries.
Yeah, I'll have to take one. I just wanted to finish the conch before I'm too far gone. Everyone should experience it. But I'll never eat it.